Hello, oh gosh, I almost called you Pinterest TV. Hello, Amazon Live. I did Pinterest TV a couple nights ago, so that is on the mind right now. But I'm so happy to be here on Amazon Live. And I'm especially happy to be here doing this particular show. As you know, this is called Celebrity Skincare Secrets. And I think we all kind of want to know, if we're being honest, what are those beauty products? What are those skincare products and tools and rituals and routines that those celebrities, especially the ones over 40, over 50, what do they do? What do they use to get their skin looking so fabulous all the time? Is it camera tricks, or is it the products, or is it surgery? Or what is it? Well, I wanted to know because if we haven't met before, I am Marcy McKenna, and I'm actually 52 years old. And I have to tell you, when I turned 50, so just, oh gosh, I'm almost 53. So almost 3 years ago, it was sort of like clockwork that my skin changed almost immediately. And I didn't see that coming because I really have been lucky enough to have fairly good skin all my life. I'm Armenian, and so I thank my dad for that. Maybe that's why. I don't know why, but I really haven't had many issues. I wasn't someone that had a lot of acne growing up or anything like that. But sure enough, when I turned 50, my skin changed almost immediately, and it became really dry. So much so that it was like almost flaking. And I didn't know. I thought, am I taking a new medication or something that's causing this? I was trying to figure out why this would happen so quickly. The other thing I noticed, and I did some research on this too, to find out, what are the biggest skincare concerns for women over 40 and over 50 and beyond. And it was interesting to find out, because I'm thinking this is just me that's dealing with what I'm dealing with when I turned 50. But it was really interesting to find out that the most of us share 5 very common skincare issues beyond 50. And I want to stop for a second and just welcome everybody who's jumping on here. I'm so happy you guys are here on a Saturday. I'm on the West Coast, so it's lunchtime. It's 12:40 now. So thank you for being here. It's a gorgeous day on the West Coast. And I want to say hi in the chat here in case you're new here and you're wondering how this whole chat thing works and what is live shopping all about. And to me, that's what really makes live shopping so fabulous, is that interaction that we get to have. It's the fact that you can jump into the chat, and I just said hi there so you can see it, and you can ask me questions, and you can tell me that you want to see a product up closer and you want to know something about the different colors it comes in or whatever. So I encourage you to do that, because that is what makes it fun. And I love getting to know all of you, because you are why I do what I do. And so when I know what concerns you're having and what kinds of products you're looking for on Amazon, that really helps me do a better job at what I'm doing. So I encourage you, if you try any of the products that I show you, to let me know how you like them. Whether you like them, love them, hate them, I want it all. Because I do think shopping on Amazon is incredibly overwhelming. I used to say there was 90 million products on Amazon. I think it's close to 100 million now. How crazy is that? So how do you weed through all that noise to find those really good products, the really good quality ones, the ones that are going to say they do what they do and not look fabulous online, and then you get it home and it's just, a piece of junk and you end up sending it back. So I really pride myself on finding those for myself and my family, but then sharing all of that with you. And Alma just started following. Welcome, Alma. Thank you for being here. And by following, so I want to encourage everyone, if you're not already following my store, please do. And depending on where you're watching this from, it's either below or to the side. Just hit the follow button. And by doing that, you will always be notified when I go live. And I was happy to see that Amazon just added a feature where you can set a reminder for upcoming episodes. So if you see that, in fact, later today I'm doing an episode on how to pack for a cruise. Why, you ask, am I doing that? Well, I am going on a cruise in 2 days with my son, Colin. And many of you know I love traveling, and I have a whole line of product line, or I hope a whole product line on HSN that's all geared toward helping you pack organized and look chic and fabulous when you're traveling so that you can make your life a whole lot easier. So I was so excited to be able to do this today and show you what I'm packing for my cruise. And I went on a cruise with my son Colin again back in February. So I learned a lot on that cruise because it's different than ones I've gone on in the past because it's been a few years and things have changed. So I learned a lot there, and I'm going to be sharing all that with you guys later today. And if you hit the reminder, it'll always tell you right when I go live. So that's a nice feature to have. But anyway, by following, you'll know about those upcoming episodes. And if you know me at all, you know how much I love doing giveaways. So you'll also be automatically entered to win those giveaways if you're on my live. So again, Alma, thank you for following and welcome. So in case you just jumped on, this show is all about celebrity skincare secrets. I think you guys give me a thumbs up if you agree. When you see those A-list celebrities on the red carpet, when you see them in movies and on television, I'm just staring at them going, why do they look so amazing? Is it camera tricks? Is it smoke and mirrors? Is it amazing products? Is it surgery? What is it? And so I took it upon myself because I was dealing with such skincare issues when I turned 50. I wanted to know what these issues were all about. And then I wanted to know what are the best of the best products that solve those issues. And if you're like me, I have been hearing these buzzwords in the beauty industry for years. And I thought they were just that, buzzwords and, certain ingredients that are supposed to, be the magic pill, so to speak. And I wanted to know what those were and do they address the concerns that we have as we get older? So the 5 main concerns, and you guys tell me if you agree, and I would love for you to chime in on the chat and let me know which one is the one that you're dealing with. It's kind of your biggest Achilles heel, your biggest challenge with your skin. So when I did the research, what I found is that dryness, absolutely. Why does our skin get dry all of a sudden as we age? The second one, and this is probably, I think most people can relate to this, and that's dull. Why does our skin look so dull? I look at my daughter who turned 16 just a couple days ago. Happy birthday, Courtney. And her skin is so glowing and just radiant and it looks just, obviously so youthful. And so what is it about them? Why does our skin change and not look like that anymore? So that's another one. And then how about uneven skin tone and age spots, that pigmentation that kind of sets in, the dark circles? What is that about? Is that something that you guys are dealing with? And then, of course, the big elephant in the room, the one that I think we all sort of do everything we can to avoid as we're getting older, is those fine lines and wrinkles. So those are kind of the ones that everybody talks about. And those who are on right now, I would love for you to put in the chat what your biggest issue is right now. So for me, when I turned 50, it really was the dryness that I noticed first and foremost. It really did start to get flaky to that degree, and I was upping my water intake, and still, is it my hormones? What was it? So I dug into that a little bit, and what I came to learn is that as we age, our skin's ability to produce natural oil decreases dramatically. And so that is the key reason why our skin gets more dry as we get older. And so what can we do about that other than upping our water intake, which is obviously super important? And I'm going to go into the carousel now. And in case you're new here, the carousel is where the products that I'm going to be talking about are, and I'll always highlight the one that I'm talking about. So I'm going to highlight this one here because this one, you guys, if there is one product that dramatically changed my skin, it was this one. So I told you that today we're going to talk about what are those products that celebrities are using to look so fabulous. I snuck this one in. I'm sure there's a bazillion celebrities that are using this. I know that I believe I heard that they've sold 70 million bottles of this. And as you're seeing, there's about 3,000, almost all 5-star reviews in there. This is DHC, Deep Cleansing Oil. So what I found out, and what my dermatologist told me too, was that when you're experiencing that dry skin, it's time for you to change your cleanser. So going from the traditional facial cleansers to what's called a deep cleansing oil. So this is the DHC. This is my actual one. As you can see, there's a lot gone there. I also get the travel one. So when I go on my cruise on Monday, this one's going with me. I just kind of, and then when this runs down, I fill it up with that. But I resisted deep cleansing oil for so long because to me, first of all, it's an olive oil based cleanser. And I don't know about you, but that makes no sense to me. I could not get my head around the idea that I'm putting olive oil on my face, essentially olive oil. It's more than that, but to cleanse. And so, as I said, for years I resisted it. But when my skin became so incredibly dry, I thought I'd try it. And I did. And I didn't love it, if I'm being honest. And then I came to find out, as I did more research, that I was using it all wrong. In fact, my daughter was the one that told me I was using it wrong. So evidently she had seen this or something like this on TikTok. And so I can't keep up with that, but thank God I have her to do that for me. So what I learned is if you're going to use this, you do not want to have water. So you just put, it says 2 to 3 pumps. I put 1 pump in my hand, and that's usually plenty. And I do that, I rub it around, and then it goes all over my face. And I have to tell you, my face drinks this stuff in like I couldn't believe. And it felt so nourishing. The first time I did it, so nourishing, so kind of luxurious. I suddenly was like, this is what people are talking about. And what I was really surprised at is how it just melted my makeup away. That was the part that I was like, I just can't see it's really cleansing my skin. When I clean my skin, I want it to really feel clean. I like, as you can probably see, I love mascara. I'm a lash girl. And so could something like this really get my mascara off? I didn't think it would. I will tell you that I use it, and I should have put this in the carousel, but it is in my storefront. So you can go to my storefront to get these because I'm in love with these cleansing cloths. You may have heard of makeup eraser cloths, and they're wildly popular, and they're very similar to this. I actually like this one better. The makeup eraser ones are much more expensive. This one, I think you get a pack of 12, and I'm going to put it up to the camera to show you. You guys, look how soft. I mean, you just want to rub it all over your face because it feels so good. And it's so soft. And so this was another one that I'm thinking, how could this be so great? Yes, it's soft. Yes, it's cute. Yes, I love the color, but does it really work? So the other thing is it comes in this little bag, which I love. It's because, so when I'm done using them, they go in here and then the bag goes into the wash and they all get washed together and they come out together. So that's kind of clever. But I use these to death. And so I put this on with no water at all. Rub it all around your face. You'll feel it start to melt everything away. And if you're like me and you have that dry skin, that dehydration, your skin is going to drink this up and it's going to feel amazing. So then once that's done, then I do put warm water on my cloth and I just kind of wipe it away. And I was amazed at how perfectly cleansed my face was, that there was no mascara. Now, I'm not someone that uses waterproof mascara. I'm not a fan of waterproof mascara. It's just too, I don't know, it's too, it looks different on, I think, and it feels different, and it is hard to get off and all of that. So I don't use that. So I can't attest to whether this works or not. They say it does with waterproof mascara, but regular mascara, it works like magic. So when I told you that this is probably the thing that changed my skin the most, after I cleansed my face, I cannot tell you how baby soft it was. My skin has never been baby soft from a cleanser before. I've had it get really soft from different products I put on, but to feel that way after a cleanser, I was sold the very first time I used it. And I can't imagine now ever using anything else. I can't imagine going back to, I used to use a Neutrogena foaming cleanser that I liked a lot because it did take all my mascara off. It took everything off. But that was before I turned 50 and my skin became so dry. And now I can't imagine going back to that. And that's one I loved a lot. So I am so sold on this. This is the one that I want to scream about from the rooftops, and I want everybody to at least try if you haven't, and if you are experiencing that drier skin, because our production of natural oil as we age does go down. So we need to make up for that. And so that's why the deep cleansing oils have become so popular. So I wanted to tell you about that. And this particular brand is the one that everybody raves about. And so that was the one that I wanted to try. And I won't try any other because I love this one so much. Why would I? So that's the one I'm sold on. Now, really popular in Asia is what they call sort of a 1-2 punch. It's a double step cleanse. So they do the deep cleansing oil, and then, and I'm doing this too, but I do about 3 times a week. I'll add this to the mix. This is a face wash powder. So this is by the same company, but this is more of an exfoliator. When it comes out, it's like almost like a baby powder. So it's very, I'll show it to you guys. So see how that just looks like a baby powder? And you are going to put some water with this, and you're going to rub it around, and it's just going to really lather up. And I actually do these together. So I'll do this one first and really, loosen the makeup and all that. And then I'll add the exfoliating face wash powder. And so I kind of do them together. And that's when I really, want to take it to the next level as far as cleansing goes. So I find that 3 days a week, and you might be different, you might want to do it every day, but these two together, that 1-2 punch, is really effective. So I do, I got both the big size, and then I got the little travel guys, and same thing, when this runs out, I just refill it with this. And so I like to be able to take it whether I'm going to the gym or going on an overnight or going on the cruise like I am next week. So I wanted to share that with you, and you're seeing in the carousel, I put all the different ones in there. So there's the exfoliating, and then they have a set that comes with both of them, and you're seeing that right there. So I want to give you all those options. And you guys, that's what's so great about Amazon, and especially when it comes to beauty products, because it's hard to buy beauty products just from seeing them on your computer or on your phone. So I love that I can try these, and if I don't love them, package them up and send them back. So that makes, to me, shopping for beauty products on Amazon is one of the best new things that I've started doing. But in the beginning, I will say that I was very nervous about the counterfeiting. And I'm sure you guys have heard that. There's a lot of counterfeiters out there, knockoffs. They'll put them in the exact same bottle, but you can tell it's not your product when it comes. But what Amazon has done to combat that, and I think it's working beautifully, is that these bigger brands now have what they call storefronts. And so all their products are in their storefront. So I would encourage you, if you're going to buy any beauty product, any product at all for that matter, go to the storefront so you know it's legitimately the product that you're trying to buy. If you buy it just from the feed, you just never know if it's some Joe Schmo somewhere that's, knocking it off with a product that's not really the product. So that helps a lot. Has anyone had experience with that? The one where I really noticed it, I've actually got it right here. My very favorite tanning self-tanner is this guy. Obsessed, and have been obsessed for years. And I bought it on Amazon, and it was not my product. And I knew it the second I pumped it into my hand. It was a different color. And then I put it on, and it looked different even right when it went on. And it just did not give me near the tan, and the color wasn't right. So that's when I thought, I don't think I'm going to buy beauty products on Amazon. And then they made this change, and now I go to the Jergens storefront, and I always know that I'm getting the one that I want. So that's just my little Amazon tip for the day. In case you're jumping on, I do want to introduce myself one more time. I'm Marcy McKenna, and welcome to my channel, Living Beautifully. I used to call it actually is called Living Beautifully Over 50, but I don't want to alienate anyone that's under 50, because these products are fabulous no matter what your age is. So I kind of almost hesitate to say over 50, although I will scream from the rooftops that I am over 50, and I am proud of it, and I feel like I'm in my prime, which I did not expect to feel when I was 50. I'm 52. And I just, life to me at this point, like, I'm just getting warmed up, and this is the fun stuff. And I really do want to live beautifully in every sense of the word. It's not just about beauty products and makeup, but it's about personal growth. It's about travel. It's about that bucket list of things that we want to do in our lives, and doing that the best way we possibly can. And so that's kind of my mantra these days. And that's why I branded my channel Living Beautifully and Living Beautifully Over 50. So if anybody, I would love somebody to tell me, are you guys, who's on here, are you over 50? Are you over 40? How old are you? Because that kind of helps me too, to know that. So I would love for you to put that in the chat if you can. I have not had a lot of chat from you guys today. Usually I'm getting a lot of that. So let me know. And let's move on. So we're talking about the first skincare issue that many of us deal with, and I am prime for that, and that is the dryness. We talked about the cleansing oil, which is my number one game-changing product. Let's see, we have a couple new followers. However, if we buy from your link below, it goes directly to the store. Correct. Yes, I take my links from the store. So yes, I should have said that. Thank you, Sarah, for bringing that up. Hi, it's Julie. I'm 61 and love the world of beauty. Welcome, Julie. I love the world of beauty too. I am a self-professed beauty junkie. I love trying everything. I just have more products than known to man, probably. I think I've tried them all, but they keep coming out with new ones. So I got to keep trying them, and I got to keep telling you about them if I love them. And that's why I created my beauty case, which many of you, I think, probably have my beauty case. And that organizes all my skincare and my makeup. It's all customizable inside. And that's why, because I have so much. And so that, what I keep in there is just, my tried and true, the things that I want with me every single day if I'm traveling or at home. So those are my faves. And so, yes, inside the carousel, I always put the legitimate product. I take them from the storefront so that they're the real deal. So thank you, Sarah, for bringing that up. Okay, so we're still talking about the dryness, right? Okay, so we talked about we can do this with the sort of change our cleansing routine. The other thing, now this is Sarah is beauty obsessed too. She's going to be 54 in August. August what? I have a few August birthdays in my life, so I'm curious. And happy birthday coming up. Happy early birthday. Gosh, I cannot believe it's almost August. It's nutty how fast the summer went. Does anybody agree with that? I can't believe it. Me too, beauty obsessed. August 13th. Oh my gosh, my husband's birthday is August 14th. So happy birthday early. Okay, so the big beauty buzzword, and maybe you guys already know what it does. I had heard it a million times. I paid no attention. I didn't know what it did. I thought it was just a gimmicky word. And that is, anyone want to guess? What do you think is the biggest buzzword in beauty right now that you hear all the time that's kind of overused? Anybody? You're welcome, Sarah. Okay, for me, the one that I kept hearing about that I was kind of curious about was hyaluronic acid. And as I said, I paid no attention to it, but suddenly when my skin changed, I was very curious about all these ingredients that I had been hearing about. So I did my research. That's just the kind of girl I am. I got to know everything. I got to know everything about everything that I'm using. And so I dug in. I talked to my dermatologist about it. I watched YouTube videos. I read articles and all the big beauty magazines and all of that. So hyaluronic acid, what it basically is, so we're talking about our dry skin, right? So hyaluronic acid at its core is a moisture binding ingredient. So it's going to take the moisture in our skin and it's basically going to seal that in. And by doing that, we're actually plumping our skin. And what does plumping our skin do? And I don't mean plumping like making us look fat. It's plumping our skin. So it's filling those fine lines and wrinkles. And it's creating that firmness that makes us look more youthful because it's filling those lines and then it's pulling as it plumps. And so to me, that was like magic to my ears because those were the things that I was dealing with. This all of a sudden, especially I'm a side sleeper. So I was getting the lines right here, getting the lines right here. I'm getting the lip lines. And when I started learning about hyaluronic acid, I was sold that this was what I needed because first of all, my skin was so dry and how am I going to, I'm drinking water like crazy, but is it really, being sealed in and doing anything for me? And here I am putting my, oil-based cleanser on, but how do I keep that oil in once it's there? So learning about hyaluronic acid was great, but a lot of people I have spoken to have said hyaluronic acid doesn't work for me. It actually makes my skin more dry. And I was trying to figure out what that was about. So I did dig in a little bit on that. And what I came to learn is that many people use it incorrectly. If you think about it being a moisture binding ingredient, then there must be moisture in there for it to bind, right? For it to lock in. So if you don't have moisture, it's actually going to have the opposite effect. So what you need to do when you're using, hello, Sandy, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I know I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome. We're talking all about celebrity skincare secrets, but you haven't missed much because I have not revealed any celebrities yet. So I'm about to do it. This is the first one. for celebrity talk anyway. Okay, so hyaluronic acid, moisture binding ingredient. How do you use it correctly? The key is that you must have moisture on your skin before you put it on. And this one right here, I'm in love with this. This is Neutrogena. I love the fact that it's affordable. This is a drugstore brand, as we all know. It is so cooling. This is my little travel size one. It feels so good going on. But before I put it on, I always mist with some sort of, this is my favorite hydration mist. It's called Derma E hydrating mist. So this is what I use. It's very affordable. It feels amazing. And it actually has a little bit of hyaluronic acid in it. And it's rose water and coconut water together. So you can imagine how hydrating that is. When I travel, I'm on airplane in the sky and I just spritz myself and oh, it feels so good. And I do my décolletage. I love it. So before I put on my hyaluronic acid, I will spritz with this. They don't necessarily have to go hand in hand. If you have a little spray bottle and you just put water in it, even just water, or just put a little bit of water on your hands, but you need that moisture before you put this on. And if you do that, then you're going to get that skin clumping. You're going to get those lines starting to fill in because that moisture is being bound, so to speak. And one thing that really blew me away about hyaluronic acid is that it actually holds up to 1,000 times its weight in water. So talk about moisture binding. So that's the whole goal of hyaluronic acid. So this should be an absolute staple. And if you don't use this brand, if there's another one you like, but just make sure you have hyaluronic acid in your skincare routine if you're someone that's aging, or even if you're not aging, but you have those same skin issues where you're getting the fine lines and wrinkles, you're getting that dehydration. This is just a must. And you will see an immediate difference, really. This was another one where, this was my big game changer, but this one I would wake up when I put this on, and I do use this both at night and in the morning. So I'll cleanse, I'll spritz, and I'm going to get to another product that I used before this, but I do the spritz, I do the hyaluronic acid, and then it's really important to moisturize on top of it. And that's another thing a lot of people don't know is that, again, we're trying to lock all of that in. And if we don't put that moisture on top, that's just going to add a little bit more for it to lock in. And it's going to just obviously moisturize your skin more. So it's really important to do that as well. And then sometimes I'll even spritz on top of that and then just kind of press it into my skin. So these have made, I thought my skin was a goner when I turned 50. And so I'm just so happy that I did the research, and it really has made a difference. And I feel like I'm going backward again, which is kind of nice. So who uses this? This is Jennifer Garner's very favorite. And I don't know about you, but her skin to me she looks like she's 10 years old. So if Jennifer Garner loves it, I had to try it. I knew I wanted a hyaluronic acid. I didn't know which one. But when I started reading who uses what, and it's more than just Jennifer Garner, but she was the one that stood out to me, is this one. So worth a shot. And you know what? If you're nervous about trying it, get the little travel size. Let me highlight it there. The one in the carousel is not the travel size. This is another one. Look at that. 71,000, almost all 5-star reviews. I can't imagine anyone not liking this. You're going to, once you try it, you're going to like it just because how good and cooling it feels going on. It's amazing. But again, if it doesn't work for you, you try it, send it back. No harm. Yes, Sarah, you have to try it. And I would love, and all of you, if you try any of these, I would love to hear from you to let me know if it's working for you, if you're seeing a difference, or maybe there's a product that you like better that you've used. I would love to hear that too. If you don't like it at all, tell me that, because I'm all about, I'm not, yes, I sell products in a way on here, but that's not my goal here. My goal is really to share and to I love the interaction. I've been doing live shopping forever with QVC and HSN, and it's just so fun to me, but I don't get near the interaction there that I get here. Because, sometimes you'll get someone calling in, but I didn't feel like I really got to know my customers and just the fans of HSN and QVC like I do here with the Amazon audience. So this is so fun to me. And so that's why I love it, is that you guys, we can go back and forth. And when I say, let me know how you like it, you can always go to my website, which is marcymckenna.com. It's Marcy with a Y. And there's a contact form. So you can always send me a message there and say, I tried hyaluronic acid. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. Or I really don't like it. It doesn't do anything for me. whatever it is. So please do that. Okay. And then I have to say on the hydration piece and the dry skin, of course, we do have to increase our water intake. I will tell you, my mom was just diagnosed with diabetes a few days ago. And the doctor was saying how her kidneys are really taking a beating and she's ingesting too much sugar and not drinking enough water. And so the doctor really talked to me at length about the importance of water as we age and what it does. And I think so many people we've heard for so long that we should have those 8 glasses of water, but it almost just seems like, again, buzzwords to say that. And does it really make that big of a difference? And don't I get water in my coffee and in my iced tea and all of that? We really should be drinking. And I'm going to show you my favorite new water bottle. Look how cute this is, you guys. Look how pretty that is. I love this because I can just, hold it like this. I wanted to try a glass bottle because of the environmental part of that. And I just fell in love with this one. And they have a real cause to it where now I'm going to forget the statistic, but by buying one of these, it replaces 270 plastic bottles is what they figured out. So anyway, I think it's just gorgeous. I love this sleeve. So it protects it from being broken, but it's also so pretty. And I have gifted this so many times because who doesn't want a water bottle, but why not have it be so chic and pretty too? So that's in the carousel. And there's that hydration mist I was talking about, the Derma E. It's fabulous. And that has that hyaluronic acid in it. It also has the rose water and the coconut water. So it's fabulous. Yeah, I know, Sandy, isn't it so gorgeous? And it does come in some different colors. Really lightweight, but it is glass. Now, I also am going to highlight the other water bottle that was my favorite before this, and it still is. I use that one a lot. What I love about the one that you're seeing there, I wish I forgot to bring it with me. I wish I did because it's really great, but it's got timestamp on it. So it helps you keep you on track to drink the right amount of water every day. And I love it. And it really makes a difference because it really challenges me. I'll look at it and go, oh my gosh, so it says 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And so you know that you should have drinking all the way down to here by 11 a.m., let's say. And so if I look and it's past 11 a.m. and I'm way up here, then it'll really get me going. And so maybe it's just me. I'm one of those kind of competitive people. So I like to, make a game out of everything. But what's so great about it, everyone in my family loves them. At first I was thinking they're going to make fun of me, but then it was, my son saw my video on it. He's away at college. So he's a fraternity boy. And even he said, Mom, can you send me one of those bottles? So they're really great. And if you are someone that's challenged in the area of drinking enough water, get one of those timestamp bottles. And they're such fun gifts to give people too. And they're really, I wish I had it with me because they really look great too. Not quite as great as this one looks, but they do. They look great. So there you go. So water. Can't say that enough. Okay, so we talked about the dry skin. Let's talk about dull skin. Does anyone on here feel like as they've gotten older, they just don't have that glow anymore? There's not that radiance that maybe you used to have, or the radiance that my daughter Courtney has, and my niece Perry, and my niece Shay, and my son's girlfriend Charlie. They just glow. And I'm looking in the mirror going, I used to glow. What the heck? So what is that? What that comes from is the fact that as we age, and especially 50 and beyond, our skin's ability to, what's the terminology? Our cell turnover rate reduces dramatically. So what that means is because our cellular turnover rate is reducing, those cells are building up on our skin. And that's creating the dullness. So essentially, we have dead skin cells that build up, where when we're younger, it's constantly being renewed and the new skin cells are coming so much faster. So what can we do about that? And I never knew that. I just thought, oh, you're just getting older and I don't know what I thought, hormones or whatnot. And I'm sure hormones play into that to a degree, but that's the real reason. That's the main reason that our skin starts to look dull. So sort of the obvious, what can we do about it, is exfoliation. Exfoliate. We've got to get rid of those dead skin cells. And when we do that, that also increases collagen production. So we're getting those new cells. that circulation is happening, which is really, really important for collagen, blood oxygenation, all of that, because we are exfoliating, we're getting rid of the dead skin cells, and then we're stimulating new skin cells. So you will notice a big difference if you're not someone that exfoliates regularly and you start doing that. What a difference. What a huge difference. And there is one exfoliator that to me knocks all the others out of the water. And this is one that I learned about when I actually turned 40, because I gave myself a gift, a birthday gift that I saved up for. And I told myself, when I turn 40, I want to treat myself to a consultation with the dermatologist to the stars in Beverly Hills. If anyone's familiar with him, his name is Harold Lancer. So he's someone that I had been reading about. All my favorite, Jennifer Aniston goes to him, and I always thought her skin always looks so beautiful. I forget, almost everybody goes to Harold Lancer, and he is in Beverly Hills on, I forget, he's probably moved by now. But I did do that. I did treat myself, and it was wonderful. And I spent an arm and a leg, not so much on the appointment, although that was expensive too. But I told myself whatever he told me I needed, I was going to treat myself to. So I bought all the things he wanted me to buy. And and I'm thinking, can there really be that big of a difference? There really was a big difference, I have to say. I don't use all his products anymore, but there is one that I have used ever since I was 40. And that is his exfoliator that's called the Method Polish. And I know it's in here. There it is. Okay. So this is my splurge. It's expensive, but it's worth it. And it does last a long time. So this is it right here. Show it to you there. And it is made up of teeny tiny quartz crystals. And it's so micro fine, but the exfoliating power of that is incredible. And I kept trying because I didn't think I should be spending that kind of money on an exfoliator. So I would stop using it and I would try different ones, different drugstore brands, or even, higher end brands that weren't quite the price point that you're seeing there now. They just don't work the same. So I just told myself this is going to be one of my few, because I do love drugstore brands. I mean, I'm all about, if you can find something that works just, maybe there's less marketing, but works just as good as those big beauty brands, why not? So I'm all about that. But every once in a while, there are a couple products that I will splurge on, and this is one of them. So, and this is one, J-Lo uses this one, Kim Kardashian uses this one, Jennifer Aniston, I forget them all, but this is a major celebrity sort of holy grail exfoliating product. So again, the great thing about Amazon is, you're nervous to spend this kind of money. Is it really going to make that big of a difference? Try it. You don't like it, send it back. So I am just a huge believer in this. Now, this is one, and I say it lasts a long time. I will do this one. So I did talk about the exfoliating powder. This is much stronger. So this is really the deep exfoliation, where this one is sort of, I'm not even sure that you should call it exfoliating, but it does give you a deeper cleanse than using the oil by itself. So this one, I use this one 1 to 2 times a week, and I really get in there. I just put a little small amount in my palm, rub it together, and then I'll spend about 2 minutes exfoliating, and I'll do it all the way down my neck, my décolletage, and then rinse. And you feel so squeaky clean, and your skin is just, it looks radiantly clean. So that to me is the best way to get rid of those dead skin cells on our face, on our necks, on our décolletage. It's a good one. Any questions? I feel like I'm talking. So let me know. Please chime in anytime, even if I'm talking. Feel free to chime in and ask me any questions, or tell me about any products that you love for some of these things. So let's keep going with what we can do in regard to that dull skin. So the other sort of, and I was going to say it's a buzzword, but it's not really a buzzword, because it's something that you've heard before. I'm hoping these are in order. Let's see. Which one is that? Okay, I'm going to go on to this one. I'm highlighting the L'Oreal right there. So vitamin, do I have the right one? Yes. Vitamin C. As we age, vitamin C is sort of the powerhouse best friend of ours that we all need to be using. And for me, hyaluronic acid is probably the one that I needed the most. But vitamin C works great in conjunction with hyaluronic acid. And what vitamin C is known to do is known to really brighten the skin. So again, we're talking about having that dull skin. If that's an issue for you, adding vitamin C to your regimen, to your skincare routine. Now, I used this in the morning only. This is Eva Longoria is a huge fan. This is her staple, along with many others, but this is the one that, her name is really synonymous with this. And this is 10% pure vitamin C. You just need a very little bit. But again, I like to spritz with the hydration first. And then I'll put this all over my face, even under my eyes, because it is that brightening. And so if you're someone that does it, and I never had the dark circles, but I definitely am starting to get the dark circles. So using this is known to help with the dark circles, but more than that, it's known to help with the age spots, that hyperpigmentation, because it reduces the skin's ability to, it slows down pigmentation of the skin, if that makes sense. So hydrating mist, or even just water, a little bit of this in the morning, then I'll do a little mist again. I'll let this work for a little bit, as I'm doing my other things to get ready, just a few minutes, and then I'll do the hyaluronic acid next. And then from there, I'll do the moisturizer. And I'm someone, when it comes to moisturizing my face, I use Confidence in a Cream. I really love that one. It might be too heavy for some of you, but I really have that dehydrated skin, so it really works for me. And I use the same product that I use on my face under my eyes. So I don't have a separate eye product that I use. Hyaluronic acid is great. It does work under your eyes. So does this. And then I sort of seal it all in with that Confidence in a Cream, which I don't have in the carousel there, but it is in my storefront. And that's by It Cosmetics, which I'm a big fan of It Cosmetics as well. Let's see. Sarah says, I've been using Cora organic products for about 6 months now, and I love it for my skin. I am not familiar with Cora. I will look that up. What do you love about it? I'm curious, which is there one particular product that you're loving, and what kind of a difference have you seen? So that's what I love, is we girls got to stick together and share these little beauty secrets, right? It helps. It really does. So let us know. Sandy says she's going to have to try this. Yeah. To me, and I'm going to show you one more that is one that, again, it's a buzzword, but pretty important if you're someone that does care about your skin as you're aging. So for me, it's the vitamin C, it's the hyaluronic, and then the next one that I'm going to talk about is retinol or retinoid. And I'm sure you've heard it, and I'm guessing, and I would love for you to chime in and let me know, are you guys already using some form of retinoid or retinol? And so really what it is it's a form of vitamin A. And it is known to produce collagen. So now I'm jumping ahead a bit when I say those fine lines and wrinkles. And why is that happening? Our skin's elasticity decreases dramatically as we get older. Our ability to produce collagen decreases, and that's what causes the sagging of the skin. That's what causes the lines and wrinkles to set in. So what can we do about that? We need to increase the production of that collagen, and that's when retinol comes in. Now, retinol, and again, this is one that many people, I find, and I've read, use incorrectly. And it's really important. Retinol is very sensitive to the sun. So it's important that retinol be used at night and not in the morning. And so this is the one that, to me, Nicole Kidman's skin is just, milky butter, just soft as can be, so beautiful, so radiant. This is her go-to, and it's Neutrogena. I always love when a celebrity uses a drugstore brand. And so this is the Rapid Wrinkle Repair Serum. And it's accelerated retinol. I'm going to highlight it. I hope I put it in here. Did I not? Tell me it's in here. I did. So again, super affordable, great reviews. I will be honest, I have not used retinol extensively. I just started it when I knew I was going to do Celebrity Skincare Secrets and I wanted to learn about it. This was not part of my skincare routine. So I personally cannot attest, I'm using it, but I can't attest yet to the difference that it makes, although I have heard from so many people that it's just an absolute must as we get older. So I will tell you, when you start, you kind of want to start slow, and maybe you're not going to do it every single day in the beginning because you want to make sure that your skin is not going to be too sensitive to it, because it can be harsh, and I'm sure you've heard that. So start with maybe once every 3 days, and then if your skin is tolerating it well, you can work up to that. I'm now doing it every night, but I did start that way just to make sure. And my skin was a little sensitive to it, but now it's not at all. And so I will let you know. I will report back. But I'm curious if anybody else is using a retinoid or retinol product and what your experience has been. Is there one that you love? Let's see here. Okay, vitamin C in the AM, retinol in the PM daily is a must. Makes a huge difference. It really does. I mean, I can't totally attest to this yet. I can attest to vitamin C, and I can attest to hyaluronic acid. And again, yes, these two in the morning, the C and the hyaluronic acid, and then at night, it's the retinol and the hyaluronic acid. And then also a moisturizer on top of that. My favorite is the turmeric moisturizer and the turmeric brightening and exfoliating mask. Good to know. And I have been reading the praises of turmeric. I have a girlfriend that sells, what's the name? doTERRA essential oils and supplements and things. And she swears by turmeric. That is her thing. And so I am wanting to try to understand that world a little bit more and what's great about it. So it's good to hear you say that. I want to look into that, and I will. So thank you, Sarah, for sharing that. Let's see, turmeric. Which one, Sarah? They're sold on Amazon. It's Miranda Kerr's brand. Oh, okay. Not too many people know about it yet. I had not heard of it, but thank you for being an Amazon influencer and telling us about it. Okay, vitamin C is a must, says Sandy. Yes, because, right? Do we deal with the age spots and the hyperpigmentation and the dark circles? I mean, it's just part of what I thought. There's nothing you can do about that. Like, the damage is done, right? And I was a sun girl, Southern California, got my baby oil on my face. I got my tinfoil. I did the damage, all right. I learned the hard way. But knowing that there are these ingredients that really combat what we've done is kind of nice. So anyway, I'm trying them. They're working. It's kind of cool and exciting to know that we can make a difference. Okay, so then the other thing I want to say, so we talked about age spots, we talked about dullness, we talked about fine lines and wrinkles, we talked about hydration. But the other thing is, so many times I think we are all about this and we forget about the body. And it's just so important. And my dermatologist, I only went to Harold Lancer once because I couldn't afford to keep going. Maybe someday. But my dermatologist now talks about how they can tell immediately how old you are by the neck down, because people just don't do the same things for their neck, their décolletage, their arms, their hands, all of it that they do for their face. So it's kind of that dead giveaway. So I do think it's so important for us. And especially when I think about the décolletage, because this does show so much. And so I think of the décolletage the same as my face. So whatever I'm doing on my face, I'm bringing it all the way down, my neck, décolletage. But I think we can sometimes neglect the arms, the legs, the knees, the feet, the hands. And so I was curious, what is a body lotion that celebrities use and love, and what's their holy grail? And I learned about a brand called Weleda, and I'm curious if you know of it. It's highlighted there. It's Skin Food, which I think was a very cute name. But this is their body butter. And this is the one that celebrities, I don't want to get this wrong, but so many of them rave about it. And it is affordable. It's, oh gosh, I got to find it here. I think I know who uses it, but I don't know how to put it. Julia Roberts, Adele, oh my gosh, and her skin is so beautiful. And Rihanna, Sharon Stone, they all swear by the Weleda body butter. And let me open it up for you, show you inside. It's very sort of thick and creamy. Body butter is the right way to say it. But it's amazing how emollient it is and how it feels when it goes on, and it looks like I put a lot on. But this is another one where your skin just drinks it up. It's so silky smooth. It feels so good. So I keep this in my car, actually, because I love just when I'm at a stoplight or something, I'll pull it out and put it on my hands. I will say, Neutrogena makes a Hydro Boost, so a hyaluronic acid for your hands. It's a Hydro Boost hand cream, hand lotion, if you will, that I love also. But oh my gosh, this just smells so good. I should have read what is in it. Let's see, because why does it smell so good? It's made in Germany. Let's see, sunflower seed oil, cacao seed butter, glycerin, shea butter. Oh, it goes on and on. But all I can tell you is, there is sort of there's a lemon lime sort of a scent to it. So that's what I'm smelling. So it does smell so fresh. It smells so good. I love just opening it. It's amazing. And so this is the go-to that once I started, typing in and Googling what do celebrities use, it just came up again and again and again. And they rave about it, and they do little things putting it on, little YouTube things. And so I had to try it, and I am sold. I keep my Nakery body butter in my bag, okay? You should, wait. Your hands look great. What did you use, Julie? I'm afraid to try retinol because I live in a sunny area. I used Retiba as a teenager for Retin-A as a teenager. I think that's interesting, Sarah. I think that's why I hadn't tried it either, was because I live in Southern California where it's always sunny, and I was just nervous about what it was going to do to my skin if I did that. But then when I learned about using it just at nighttime, that made me feel better. And it is so sensitive to skin, so much so that you'll never find any retinoid product that's in like a clear glass jar, anything that lets light in. It's always going to be in something like this, because that starts to break it down if the light does get to it. So yes, that is something that we definitely want to do at night and not in the morning before we go out into the sun. SPF 30... No, SPF 50 will have to be part of your daily routine, Sarah. Yes, I am a huge believer, and I probably should have put a sunscreen in this episode. I just have become such a sunscreen girl. I had a friend pass away when I was actually just out of college. She was very young, but from skin cancer, and it just scared me. So that was when I made that change, and I wear my hats and I wear my sunscreen, and I always look for even foundations that have sunscreen in it. I'm just die hard with that. So I agree with you, Sharon, that, or is it Sharona? Sharon? Sharona. I love that. Am I saying that right? From Seattle. So I agree with you, SPF 50. And on my cruise, I'm loading up. Got to have sunscreen. Let's see. Indeed, try that body lotion. I love Elta MD. That, you know what, that's interesting, Sarah. My dermatologist recommends that. That is her favorite. I will tell you, I bought it one time, but I had an experience where the pump didn't work, and I kept trying, and I kept taking it back, and they ended up having some issue a while back with their pump, and I gave up on it. I couldn't get it out, and I had to go back and forth so many times that I thought I'm moving on. But I should probably try it again, because she does swear by it. So I do think that's a good one. Okay, so where was I? I was showing you the Weleda. Okay, and you guys, I talk about how I have a couple splurge products. This one is my splurge. I love this product so much. This is called Pretty Potion. So this is more of this is all about really hydrating, moisturizing, getting that soft, smooth skin. This one is all about making your skin look stunningly beautiful. And I used to work for a company called Joyous, and they were very, their core products were all around fashion and beauty and makeup. And they would have high-end makeup, celebrity makeup artists come in and talk about their favorite products and what they use on the celebrities. And they create videos around their products. And I was on set when they were doing a video for this product. This was probably 5 or 6 years ago. And what this product claims to do, I thought, come on, there's no way a lotion. So it's a body lotion, but it's actually called Pretty Potion Skin Tight Body Lotion. So see how it's spelled there, PRTTY, and then potion, PEAUSHUN. Has anybody tried this before? So what this is it was designed, I believe she was a celebrity makeup artist, something having to do with dance though too, where if you go to a big dance performance and you see just like how stunning their legs look, because they do have stunning legs because they're dancers, but the way the light reflects on them and the sculpted, just how gorgeous they look. Well, that's what this was originally designed for. But this has become a celebrity skincare favorite. Gwyneth Paltrow, J-Lo, Selena Gomez, Jessica Chastain, just goes on, and Rihanna, it goes on and on and on. Almost every celebrity uses this. And so when you see the celebrities on the red carpet and you see their décolletage and just, the collarbone and the shoulders and everything just looks lit from within, glowing, chances are this is what they have on. And so I do splurge on this, but I will tell you it lasts forever. You really do not need much. I have two of them. This one is the dark, but it's really, so I was nervous about that. So what it says that it does is it has ingredients that actually lift and tighten the skin. And that's when I thought, come on, could it really do that? But when I use it, I really try to save it for special occasions because I do want it to last. So if I'm going to a wedding, or even if I'm going to a beach party or something like that and I just want to look a little bit better, I will put this on, and it does do wonders for your skin. So when they call it a skin tight body lotion, it does lift and tighten the skin. But the magic, in my view, is really in the particles, the light, what do they call it? Light reflecting particles, teeny tiny light reflecting particles that when the sun hits it, when the lights hit it, it just gives you that dewy glow. But it's not overboard where it's like, looks like you have makeup on your body. It just is that little radiance that we all would love to have, but can't figure out how to have it. So I'm just going to show you a little bit. This is the dark, as I said. And I put a little bit in little, almost like these. And so I keep it with me when I'm traveling. And I just need a little bit on my collarbone and just décolletage. Or if I'm wearing shorts or a skirt or something like that, I'll do the front of my shins. Really my whole leg. But so that's the dark. And when I rub it in, I'm not sure how it shows on camera necessarily, but see how it just looks like just dewy and radiant, not too dark, not too tan, but it does give you kind of a sun-kissed glow. And see the difference? It just I don't know if it's like this is looking dull and this just, right? Can you imagine that on your décolletage? Really makes a difference. So I have the dark and I don't have the other one with me, but I do have it at home, and that's the plain. So that where there's no color to it, but I just want that tightening, lifting effect, and my skin just looks so smooth, baby soft. But this is when I want to kind of step it up and get that glow. So it is a splurge worth splurging on, and it is, I gotta tell you, it's celebrity favorite and has been for so many years. And not just celebrities, dancers, fitness enthusiasts. Tracy, what's her name? Tracy, oh gosh. There's a big fitness girl, Tracy Ma. Anyway, she talks about it all the time. The models all wear it on the runway. It's fabulous. And if you have someone in your life that is really into skincare, that would be a fun gift to give, because that's one of those things that you might not buy for yourself. Does the color come off if you sweat? It doesn't. That's something else I love. I thought for sure it would. I thought going to the beach, what if I have a white bathing suit on? It doesn't. It does not bleed onto even my white sheets. So it goes into the skin, but it just, here we are 5 minutes later, right? And see just how, I don't know, just soft and radiant and more youthful. But you can imagine how it really does have a slimming effect, because the way that it kind of hugs the contours and highlights the contours, that's why I say the dancer's legs look so amazing. It's those light reflecting particles that really kind of show off those contours in a different way. She says, I love all your beauty tips. Thank you. I love sharing them. To me, it's so fun, right? I mean, I love when I'm with my girlfriends, we all talk about this stuff and it's so fun. I thought, why can't we talk about this on Amazon? We all want to know. So that is that. What have I not shown you? Let's see here. So there's the plain. That's the plain. And then there's the dark. Oh, a couple good ones coming up. So we are not done, ladies. Couple more. And if you're watching and you're not a follower yet, I would love for you to follow my storefront. I have so many fun shows coming up. I'm excited today. I'm doing back-to-back, you guys. I'm supposed to, at 1:45. I'll probably push it to 2. I'm doing my second one that, in case you jumped on late, it's all about what to pack if you're going on a cruise. And that's because I'm getting on a cruise in 2 days. Less than 2 days? Less than 2 days. And so I'm super excited about that. And I went on one earlier this year. So I learned a lot about what to pack. But it's not just for a cruise. These are my favorite wardrobe essentials that just make it really easy to look sort of resort wear chic, whether you're going on a tropical vacation or to a resort or on a cruise. But then it's also those kind of packing hacks and packing tips and sort of organizers to take with you, especially if you're going on a cruise because those cabins are so small. So I have some really great tips on how to stay organized and maximize that space in your cabin too. So that's going to be right after this show. I'm going to kind of regroup and get all my travel products out and my wardrobe essentials out, and we're going to jump right into that. So love for you to follow, and I do giveaways from time to time, and you will be entered automatically into those giveaways when you're a follower. So definitely do that. Now, I am going to show you how many of you guys are familiar with gua sha. With the gua sha tool. I'm going to highlight it there so you can see what it is if you're not familiar. But this is probably the biggest, I want to say buzzword again, but it's not a buzzword. Oh, I didn't think it was in here. This is probably the biggest hit, fad, whatever you want to call it, in the beauty world right now. Gua sha, gua sha, gua sha. Pretty much every celebrity known to man uses gua sha. All the Kardashians, Gwyneth, they all do. And what it is this is the one that I love. And again, you know me, I love to do my research and find the best of the best. This is a stainless steel gua sha tool. Now, the gua sha tool dates back hundreds of years to the Ming Dynasty. So it was used more for medicinal purposes, for therapeutic purposes. So it's a tool that was originally used on the body, but lately it's become the go-to for dermatologists, anyone in the beauty industry. Every beauty blogger is talking about it. Every celebrity is talking about it. My daughter was the one who told me about it because she says it's all over social media, and there's YouTube video after YouTube video of people showing how to use it and doing one side of their face and not the other. And you're seeing the difference. I mean, it's visually, you see the difference. And so I had to try it for myself. I had to know, does it really do what they say it does? And I don't know that it does everything they say it does, but what it does do for me is amazing. And so I will tell you, the idea of it is that it is sort of a facial massage. We all know about the facial rollers. This takes it to a different level. There are different contours, as you're seeing here. Typically, this is going to be made out of like a rose quartz or a jade. I'm going to tell you in a few minutes why I chose the stainless steel one and why I love this way more than the others. And the way that it's used. And so it is, when I think of the benefits of it, if you're thinking of it as a facial massage tool, and I'll show you in just a second how to use it, what that does is that stimulates your lymphatic system to the drainage of the lymphatic system. So we all have these toxins that build up, and we have our lymph nodes here and here. So I use it, I start on my neck actually. And this is the one area where you would use this in a downward motion because you're stimulating those lymph nodes to drain. And so you're getting the toxins out, and you're actually, and I use this contour here for that, I do about a medium pressure. Now, the key to using a gua sha tool is that you do need to use what they call a slip agent. So some kind of a facial oil so that it doesn't tug the skin. We don't want it to have the adverse effect where you're, pulling the, and making it wrinkle even more because you're pulling on it and tugging the skin. So you can use a very inexpensive facial oil. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is my go-to. My favorite is my everyday oil. Many of you have heard me talk about it because I travel with it. There you go. This is something I use on my cuticles. I use it everywhere. I can use it on my hair, like sort of if I'm getting the split ends and things. So it's a great kind of all over treatment. People use this as a facial cleanser, the facial oil, but I love to use this with gua sha. I also, less expensive. This is not very expensive. That's a big bottle you're seeing there in the carousel, but a less expensive version would be e.l.f. Eyes, Lip, Face, which is a drugstore brand, and it's only like $5 or $6 a bottle, so you can get that too. That one I like a lot too because it's hydrating facial oil, but it doesn't clog pores. Finding one that doesn't clog pores is key for me. So that doesn't, and this doesn't either. This one smells so luxurious. I love it. It smells like you're at a 5-star resort spa or something. So you're going to put that on your slip agent. And then as I said, I actually start with the back of my neck and I use this and I go up. And oh my gosh. So this for me is just like a pampering treatment that I do and I look forward to at the end of the day. They say to do it 3 times a week. I many times do it more than that because I love it so much. It's just the massage that you get at the base of your skull and your neck. I didn't realize how tense my face was and my neck was until I started using gua sha. So it relaxes it. It starts to drain the toxins out. And I wish you could hear it. I mean, I can hear it. It actually, you hear the crunch, which we have that fluid buildup and we don't even know that it's there. And so this releases that. So it's going to reduce puffiness. It's going to reduce tension. And when you reduce tension in your face, which again, I didn't know I had tension in my face until I used this. That's one of the things that makes our faces look like we're aging. It makes us look older when we're tense. When you see a relaxed face, it just has a more youthful look to it. And that's probably one of the biggest things I noticed with gua sha, was it completely changed my facial contour. Not because it was physically changing, like moving, which I think some people mislead you with that. I don't think it actually recontours your face. But if your muscles are tight and it releases those muscles and it retrains those muscles to relax, that's what changes the look. That's what gives you, like I said, if you did the 2 different halves, you see a difference. So part of it is the depuffing because you are releasing those toxins and that fluid buildup. But like along here, who would have thought? I mean, I literally, every time I use it along here, I love it so much. So I pull the skin, kind of support the skin, and then I've got the slip agent, and I go along here, and I hear it crunch. I really do. And it feels amazing, but it reminds me about relaxing those facial muscles. And so it is just, and then I will do this when I'm doing this part, and again, not too hard, and I support the skin like that. And so when you're doing your face, it's all about going up. So your neck is the only place that you do want to go down because that's the draining of the lymph nodes there. But everything else, we're, kind of retraining the muscles to go up. So, and even I do it under the eyes, and that's where I really notice the depuffing is here. And so I go a little lighter when I'm doing the eyes, and I've got the slip agent on again. I don't right now, but I should. And so in the morning, if you're someone that wakes up with puffy eyes and you do this, it's great. And so I do the whole face, and I'll do about 5 strokes on every part of the face. So here, and then I do here. I tend to get tense in my lips, which I think is what's causing the lip wrinkles. And so I will go all the way across my lip and then just up a little bit and then under the cheekbones and then the eyes. And then I even do the forehead like that. And then I go, because I like the sort of the lifted brow. And so I'll do that up and then you do that. So for me, when I do gua sha, it's about a 10-minute routine that I do. But again, I love it so much. It's so relaxing, and it has become such a pampering ritual for me that I really do look forward to doing it. And I am noticing a difference. I'm not sure what it is, but when I was talking to my dermatologist about it, when she said this, it just really struck a chord with me, is she said, Marcy, no flow, no glow. And I thought about that, and we talked about it a little bit more, about how you really need to have blood flow and circulation to get that glow. And as we age, and really just in general, we're taught not to touch our face. So nothing's happening to increase that circulation until you do like a facial roller or the gua sha. And so it's stimulating circulation and oxygen flow and all of those things that are going to give us that blood flow back, which is what makes us look younger and more radiant. So if I don't do this, in fact, I went on a trip to the Dominican Republic recently, and I did not bring it, and I couldn't wait to get home and use it. I really looked forward to getting home, and I thought, I'm never going to travel without that again. So when I tried it, I was trying it to kind of poo-poo it and tell my daughter it doesn't work. And lo and behold, I became sort of a disciple of the gua sha tool. And this is one of my biggest selling things in my storefront on Amazon. People love it. This particular one, I love. It comes in you have a little travel pouch, and it comes in a great box. So it's very giftable. I gave so many of these for Christmas, and people love them. The little magnetic stamp. So it's great. Let me highlight it there again. Now, why did I pick stainless steel instead of the tradition? And my daughter even said, she said, Mom, if you do a stainless steel one on social media or on Amazon, they're going to crucify you, because it is an ancient Chinese or Asian ritual. And it was the jade and the rose quartz, the natural stone. She said, can't do stainless steel. But the reason why I said I'm going to anyway, because I believe in it. And what I like about it is I like the someone in there said, do you refrigerate yours? I do when I think of it. And if I haven't thought of it, I'll just put it in the ice bin, or on an airplane, I'll put it in a cup of ice, and I'll do it on the airplane. It feels so good. And so I do either that, or I do my little mini facial roller. Same thing. I dip it in the ice, and it feels so good. So the self-cooling properties. So for me, I'm trying to depuff and all that. So having the coolness on my face when I do it feels amazing. I actually have one of those little, and it's over there, little mini makeup fridges. I love it. And that's what I typically will keep that in. So I love the self-cooling properties. And then when I started researching this, I wanted to try a bunch of them to see which one I liked best. What I found when I went to Sephora and Ulta and Target was they all have the rose quartz or the jade, and at every one of those stores, multiples were broken, because look how thin they are, right? So imagine it being a natural stone. It's going to break. It's going to chip. And so I seeing the ones on the retail shelf are broken, and I'm thinking, this is not going to break. This is forever. When you feel it in your hand, I like the weight of it because it gives me more control as I'm doing it. And then I started thinking about, we're putting this on our face. And when I think of natural stone, it's porous, right? So bacteria over time is going to get in there, and then I'm putting it on my face. Not that I can't clean it, but I thought stainless steel is non-porous. So knowing that this is going to be, really easy to clean and always stay clean and bacteria free was another big thing that was sort of in my mind about it. But so between the, wanting something that's not going to break and I'm not going to have to keep replacing, but probably most important for me was that cooling effect. And when I tried it cool, that was a big kind of a deal maker for me, I should say. So I love this guy. And again, I use it with this one, but you can use any facial oil that you'd like. And I mentioned the e.l.f. one. I don't have it in the carousel. It is in my storefront, and that's the legit one, or you could buy it at Rite Aid or CVS. And again, I think it's $5 or $6, and it's really good. I really like it a lot. So that's the gua sha tool. Has anybody used it, tried it, love it, hate it? Any thoughts on it? I'm so curious. Because it's just become kind of the gold standard in terms of facial massage tools in the beauty industry. Okay, so let's move on to something else that I am recently trying, and it's a big celebrity favorite. I know Brooke Shields swears by these. She always posts when she's wearing them. I'm going to highlight it here. This was developed, it's called CO Beauty. And these, she has several different ones. The one that I put in here is the one that I buy. And so this is kind of the super lip lift is what they say. But it doesn't really lift. It's not like a plastic surgery kind of lifting thing. But the idea is they're silicone pads that were developed by a woman who, I can't remember if she worked in the cosmetic, what's it called? Surgery world. I forget exactly, but her impetus for creating them was that she knew that when someone gets a facelift or any kind of surgical procedure on their face or their neck or anything, that the medical world uses silicone sheets to help it heal faster and to keep the skin flat. And so she had this light bulb aha moment of, why can't we take those same silicone sheets and use them for wrinkles and to flatten the wrinkle and sort of retrain the different areas with these silicone sheets, which I just dropped. So hold on one second. Okay, so here they are. Now, I like this pack because it says for the lip, but what I do is I use 2 of them. So I use these 2 for my lips, and I chose this because I do have that issue with, I've got the lip wrinkles. And so the idea is it really is sort of preventative. So when you put it on, and I'm going to go out on a limb and put it on. So here they are on, when they come on the sheet like that, they're reusable. I'm finding that I can reuse them about 10 times. And I have to tell you, they really work. They really work. And I came to find out they were a big viral TikTok item, which I didn't know when I tried it. I later found that out. But I basically will do my nightly routine with my hyaluronic acid and my moisturizer and all of that. And then I will just put this on. It's hard to do it in the camera. And I sort of flatten my lip wrinkles. And I know I look ridiculous, but this is what I do for you guys. And then it feels good. And you feel it kind of pull and tighten. And I sleep with it. And when I wake up, the lip wrinkles are gone. And you can imagine why. So it's not like it has a formulation inside that reduces the wrinkling, but it flattens. And so if you think about it, if you're sleeping and you're stressed out and you're pursing your lips at night, then you're going to wake up with wrinkles in your lips. But for me, being a side sleeper, I also put them here. So I will do this on the wrinkles that I wake up with, because I really do this. And so I wake up with those wrinkles right there. And so I will put this here, and I can't wake up with wrinkles there because it can't wrinkle when I'm sleeping on the side. So when I pull it off, it is smooth as can be. And I do them under, so I use the same one, but I'll cut them. As you can see, I cut these 2 here. And so these I put under my eye. So it's just sort of a money saving thing. I didn't buy the eye one and the lip one so I bought the lip one, which comes with 4 different strips, and then I cut it and I use this under my eye, which is where I'm getting the wrinkles the most these days. And I sleep like that. And when I wake up, the wrinkles are flattened. And if I have a big event that I'm going to at night, or maybe I'm doing camera work or something like that, when I'm sitting at my computer working, I'll just put these on for a couple hours. And it just sort of plumps and pulls and flattens my wrinkles. So I'm kind of sold on these things that seemed very gimmicky to me at first. Let's see, reusable. It's medical grade silicone, and it includes, as I said, the 2 sheets right there. And again, beauty of Amazon, try them out. If they don't work for you, send them back. But if you're someone that is a side sleeper, if you wake up with wrinkles do you find that as we're getting older, it takes longer and longer to get rid of those wrinkles that you get when you're sleeping? Maybe like the sheet was folded under you and you've got the sheet lines. It used to be when I was young, those sheet lines would be gone in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Now it's like 4 hours later, I still have my sheet lines. So we're losing that elasticity. And so by using these silicone grade sheets, and it says to apply to clean, dry skin. So I actually don't use any moisturizer or oil before applying. I do. But I should have said this before. When I do that, I take my, like a piece of 1 sheet of Kleenex, and I'll blot. Because if you don't want to have oil on there, because then it won't stay. But if I blot, and so my skin feels relatively dry, then I put it on. But I don't do just clean, dry skin because I do need that hydration at night. So I do that. And Sharona says, yes, same. Yeah. So I don't know. I know that goes against what they say, but that's what I do. Reuse the patch often to see longer lasting results. So how to use, you prep your skin, clean, dry, free of creams. Let's see. I just want to make sure I didn't leave anything out. Wear it while you're sleeping or for a few hours during the day, which is what I do. And yeah, I do find that that's very true. Because at first, when I first got them, I used them kind of like one off. Like I just wanted to see if it worked. And it did. It worked the first time. But it does, I'll be honest, over time, you know, as the day goes on, they do tend to come back, which is why they can be preventative in a great way. So if you are someone that during the day does kind of purse your lips or squint your eyes or whatever, and that's causing those wrinkles, and you have those on when you're working at home by yourself or something, then it's going to, you know, it's sort of retraining you to relax your face, and it's stopping you from having that muscle movement that's creating those lines. So it kind of does double duty. I think it's a great item. I really do. I know it's blowing up, and it did blow up. I think when someone first posted on TikTok, they said it got 4 million or 14 million views, the first post. So that was crazy. Anyway, it's a great one. They said, yeah, that's what, with proper care, the patch will last up to 10 uses. That's about what I'm finding. So I bought these twice. And so this is my second one. And I would say it was probably close to 10 when I got a new one. So I use them, I take them off, I put them right back on the sheet, put it in here. It's a Ziploc top, seal it until the next time. So those are kind of cool. Let's see. I think we have covered them all. Does anybody have any questions? I would love to answer anything. I feel like I've gotten very knowledgeable on skincare. I should have probably started by saying I am not a skincare expert. I am not a dermatologist. I am none of those things. I am simply someone with skincare issues that popped up when she turned 50. And so I made myself an expert by figuring out how to solve these darn issues I was having. And I learned a lot, and I was so excited to share everything with you guys. So I hope I didn't overwhelm. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you're going to try a few things. And when you do, I would love for you to either circle back inside one of my Amazon Lives and let me know, let us all know how you like it, or send me a message inside my on my website, marcymckenna.com. And the other thing is I want to invite you guys. I'm having so much fun on Pinterest TV. Most people don't even know Pinterest TV exists. So if you are a Pinterest lover, it does exist. And if you're on the Pinterest app, up in the upper left-hand corner of your phone, you'll see a little tiny television. And if you click that TV, that takes you right to Pinterest TV. And I'm hosting over there. And I'm right now hosting a 4-part series called Summer Travel. And so the first one was all about beauty essentials for traveling and, you know, sort of getting beautiful before you go. Hair removal, self-tanning, exfoliating skin, all of those kinds of things. And then the second one was all about packing like a pro, sort of those tools and tricks that we can use to stay organized and feel organized when you travel. And then the other night I did one on resort wear travel. It was called Resort Wear Chic, Wardrobe Essentials. That one was really fun for me because I don't do fashion a ton, but they're becoming very popular, my fashion segment. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more of those. So this one was a lot of fun. And I also did a similar one inside Amazon. So you can watch that if you're interested in that. But I'm getting ready to start another live in a few minutes that's all about packing for your cruise. So many of those items are going to be in there. And then this coming Wednesday, I'm going to be broadcasting from the cruise, and it's going to be at 6:30 p.m. West Coast time, 10:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. East Coast time. I think I've got the. Let me see if I have the link. Oh shoot, I didn't save it. Darn it. Wait a minute. I might be able to find it. Hold on. I want to give you guys the link. You can set a reminder if you want to join me. And it's going to be all about healthy traveling. So when I say that, I'm not talking about COVID, but I am talking about getting in shape for your vacation so that you can look good and you can feel good and enjoy your vacation just a little bit more. But the key is, the part that I'm most excited about is that it's really, if you're someone like me, on my way home, I always feel so crummy and so yucky because I have indulged and I've had pina coladas and I've just gone overboard and I've put my exercise routine on the back burner. And not that you shouldn't indulge, you absolutely should. And I'm all about pina coladas, but there are ways for us to go home feeling good and looking good too. And so I've got a lot of cool things that I want to share in that. And I would love for you guys to join me for that. So I do have the link and I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Where is it? Let's see. I cannot send sensitive information. Shoot. So evidently that's sensitive information. Well, if you go on my social media, I'm going to be posting all about it and you guys can set a reminder and join me. But would love for you to follow me inside Pinterest as well. And so then you'll find all about it there. And I've got some cool pins. I'm having so much fun over there. So I just wanted to share that with all you guys. And I want to thank you for joining me on a Saturday afternoon. And wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you have a fabulous afternoon. And if you'd like to join me back in about 15 minutes for what to pack for cruise vacation, tips, tools, and wardrobe must-haves. I would love for you to join me. It's not just for cruises. It's for any kind of sort of tropical sunny vacation. So join me back here in about 15 minutes. Okay. Bye, everybody.